So I'm finding the center front going right through the breasts and the belly button to the crotch. And that's center front. But I also need to find the balance line so I know where the weight of the body is distributed. So taking the ruler, I drop the balance line, making sure that it's trued up to the bottom of the page from center front, pit of the neck, to the floor. And sometimes here or there we'll see a little overlap of the center front and the balance line. Now sometimes what I like to do is extend the center front up to the head to see the placement of the head in relationship to center front. So I get a more accurate placement to begin with, okay? So now what I want to do is take this information and put it onto the paper. And what I want to go for is the gesture of the pose first, so I'm going to do that in a lighter pencil. You can use yellow or something light, flesh tone, anything you want, just as long as it's a lighter pencil. So I'm again establishing the balance line, so I have the figure standing, okay? Now I'm putting the head in, and you'll notice the head is more head on this side, less head on this side of that line. And the neck is slanting down, the shoulders are slanting up, and if I want to really enforce that slant, I can take my pencil and go over the direction. Shoulder and bust line, same direction. Waistline and hip line, same direction. So these two are parallel, these two are parallel, okay? Has to be. Okay, so here's the bust, here's my waist, here's the end of the torso, and I'm going to kind of put down the center front. Notice how it swerves away from the balance line. And I establish, going side to side, I establish the shape of the torso. Okay. Now I see where the standing leg is on the balance line. If I want, I can even place the foot against the balance line, because see how that line goes to the side of the foot? Here's the line to the side of the foot. So I create a shape. Don't even draw the foot as a real foot. Just create a shape. Put in the knee, which is halfway from the hip line. Here's the knee, half, to the ankle. See, half, half. The foot is extra. Just like the arm from here to the elbow, and from the elbow to the wrist, same length. The hand is extra, so the arm mirrors the leg, same thing. And here's the leg, and if I want, I can just draw that leg, just the gesture of the leg. It could just be from here to here. And because this leg is bent, I'm going to take it over here. Make it come out here and bring it forward a little bit. That's the positioning. Here's the hand, an arc at the waist, an arc at the end of the torso, which is parallel to this arc. So this is arc 1, arc 2. This governs the length of the hand when the hand is extended. This one governs the placement of the elbow. It could be the inside of the elbow or the elbow bent, doesn't matter. just continues lying someplace on that arc. So the shape of the arm, the hand, the curve of the arm, and looking at the negative space in between the body and the arm, I try to create a similar negative space, similar shape there for that arm. Okay, so this is all in pink. Not a finished drawing, just a positioning. And it could even be less than this if you want. But what I like to do very often is to take this, put it underneath a piece of clean paper, and then use that as a basis to draw the finished figure. Because now what I can do is I can clean up what I've done here. Because down here I have an impression, a feeling that I didn't have to worry about. Now I still don't have to worry, but I'm thinking more about refining this. So if I want to extend the shoulder up a drop, I can extend the shoulder up a drop. If I want to increase the breasts a little bit, I can. Show a hip line. Fix the panty line so it's a little more curved. And you'll very often notice there'll be a little space between the legs because no cellulite. She goes to the gym, she works out very hard, so she doesn't have to worry about any of that. And here I've decided to elongate the figure, the front view of the leg a little bit, so it's kind of in front of this leg, extended out, more of a gesture. Sometimes that can look interesting, because whenever you're doing a drawing, it's good to remember that 90% of the drawing should be the model, either your photograph or the model that you have in front of you, the live model. 10% is your artistic license as an artist, as a designer. So you can kind of change a little bit of what you see if you think it enhances the drawing. And it's always good to group the fingers together so you get a nice shape rather than try to draw those fingers too much individually. And even a hand in this shape looks good grouped, and just indicating maybe one finger or two fingers, showing a shape so people are not attracted to all the digits, but rather start to focus on the clothing. That becomes a more important issue. I'm going to put something on. She looks very, very naked here. Okay.